What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Oriole Speedwagon. I'm Tommy.
Hello.
Rachel. So,
doing that.
let's we'll just say we got a little bit of confirmation on some stuff today, just 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So this is the side of the original where I said something sounded like T-Rex or whatever. It was down there where the original, this is the one where somebody tried to get in the van.
Yeah.
Anyway, all I'm going to say, because I can't use the guy's name or anything, we talked to an official. We'll just say an official that verified everything that we've experienced out here. Validation. And it's actually, we like it because we, you know, we felt a little weird sometimes. You know, obviously, as I said before, we're van life. I mean, yeah, we're a van life channel. Didn't want to do paranormal type stuff.
No, not really.
But when it presents itself, you know, we're going to show it. This official that lives close to the area, we'll say that, stopped in, spoke to us. We've met the guy before. He stopped in. We were here in October. Stopped in, talked to us. Real pleasant guy. Really down to earth. He was asking how we're liking it out here and whatnot. And he brought the YouTube channel. And I was almost hesitant to bring up what we've heard, because the game warden that we talked to last week kind of shrugged us off. Yeah. But he's not out here as much as the other guy is. Yeah. I would just say that the other guy he's here a lot. His home is
here, pretty much.
Essentially this
area. He's
like a caretaker of this place, but he's an official caretaker. And Rachel, again, didn't shut her door. Oh, you don't need to shut a door when you're doing a video. So we, you know, decided, you know what, we're gonna tell him, because he asked about our channel, you know, and he's gonna see the stuff. So I just said, have you ever heard any weird stories about out here? And he goes, funny you should say that. Yeah. He said he got a call at his house, and a friend of his said, hey, there's a kid, 22-year-old kid, walking towards your house with a gun. Kid got up to his house, and he said the kid was mortified, just scared out of his wits. And he's like, what is going on? I was camping in an area, and it's down this way from here. He said he had it sleeping in a tent, and he said it was about dusk, which is important because it's important. Yep. He said, I just had the feeling that I was being watched. So he said, I kind of looked around, didn't really see anything, but I just had that feeling. He said, I kept doing what I was doing, and he goes, I heard a little noise, and he said, I looked up, and about 30 yards from me was a big, like a 9-foot tall, 1,000-pound hairy thing. Yeah. He's like, no. He didn't, like, he's like, it scared him. He said, but I don't want to make any sudden movements. I mean, he had a gun. Yeah. He said, I don't want to make any sudden movements and spook it or whatever. He just kind of kept along doing what he was doing. And so he looked up, and it was like 10 feet from him. Threw the tent in the back of the truck and got in the vehicle and took off. And there was a mud pit that you have to hit a certain way to get through. Well, he got stuck in the mud pit. And he said when he took off, the thing, you know, when he took off in the vehicle, whatever it was, took off running. He had to walk, and it's a pretty good ways up there. I know exactly where the incident happened and where the guy lives. And the guy telling us the story said, I could see it in his eyes. He said, I could see that he was petrified of something. Number two, he said he was at his house, and teenage girls, he said,
3 of them,
boiled up into his driveway, pulled up and skidded to a stop and jumped out, and one of them was just hysterical. Anyway, and they said, were you in the woods a little bit ago with a
gorilla suit
with a gorilla suit or something on? He's like,
yeah, he was like, no.
Yeah, no, I don't do that. I'm just I wish I could tell you who it is or what he does, but I can't, and I don't want to for his privacy and his situation. He said it was in the evening, and the girls again at dusk, and it was at the same place where the original, the first story I told you happened.
Yeah.
And the teenage girl was down at the water, and said a big rock landed beside her. Well,
yeah, she didn't.
There's a rock ledge on the other side. It would have had to fall across a creek to land by her. So she looked up, and she could just see a silhouette of something like,
she said exactly,
moving around and like making like ape noises.
Ape noises. She said the exact same thing to him.
Yeah, same thing. Said it was like
9 foot tall.
Look, 9 foot tall, 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And she told her friends, and they all and he said they were all scared. He said, but the girl who saw it, he said she was inconsolable. Like she was freaking all the way out.
Well, he asked him. He said, "Well, is she?" Well, and he said she's a straight A student. And
yeah, straight A student and all that. Never, it's just a normal, just a normal teenage girl that just and will not come back here.
Yeah.
So the third story happened where our van is sitting. That campsite.
And it was he said it was a guy that's been out here.
It's a guy that, go ahead.
Coming out here for like 25 years or so, hunts.
Camps out here, he's out here all the time.
All the time.
Guy was at this campsite, said he heard a sound and looked up, and he said it was like 20 feet away from him. He said, again, 9 foot tall, 1,000 pound, hairy man beast thing. And he didn't know what to do. He was in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of, when he moved or whatever, the thing took off.
Yeah.
But this is a guy that spent years out here, and he won't come back. He said he has not been back. None of those three people that have seen those things out here have come back. So we told him about.
We told him about the sounds that
we've heard,
and he was like,
he said, "What'd they sound like?" I said, "Roars." He goes, "That's exactly what he said, "That's exactly what's been told to me. Huge roars." And when I said a T-Rex, he goes, yeah, that's what he said. That's what I've heard.
There's something out here.
There's something out here, but we honestly feel a little validation.
Yeah.
Because
he asked if we were scared.
Asked if we were scared. Like
I was like, no. Even after you telling us those stories, we're not really scared. I don't.
The only place we've been scared is that place back over there, where I'm not taking Rachel back over there.
I don't feel like they're threat. You know what I'm saying?
You don't feel like you don't feel threatened, but
no,
it doesn't mean you're not.
I'm not gonna sit there and wait.
But I'm not
for something to happen.
And it's a big area, but I'm not taking Rachel back to the one. My boys and I may come out here. All three sightings happened at dusk.
Yeah.
And that's every time we've heard a sound out here, they were at dusk. In the last video, you saw that we've been staying at Rachel's sister's house until we can head to Colorado. But it's actually a nice day today. Yeah. And we're tired of feeling like we're, all up in her sister and brother-in-law's business. They don't feel like that, but
no,
it makes us feel like that because we're the ones living in the van, and it's just been so oppressively hot that it's almost impossible to stay in that thing. Because that just turns into an oven. So we're out here, and we're gonna stay because it's decent. Yeah. I don't know, the sun came out and it's kind of warm right now, but it
is, but the sun.
But it's not bad. It's not bad. If we hear anything else, I'm leaving again, and we'll just go back to her sister's house. I'm not playing with it, but we're gonna sit here and chill. And I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything.
I don't either.
But I will say that we feel validated. Like the guy even said, he said, I've seen y'all out here a bunch. He said, so you know what normal sounds like? I'm like, yeah, we know exactly what normal sounds like. But it's validation. It was literal unsolicited validation for somebody that just pulled up and talking to us. Again, real nice guy. Three different stories, and he said there's more. He didn't have time to. He didn't have time to tell us all of them. And I know there's been some question. Yeah. It seems weird, People
are like, oh, y'all are just doing this for scares and stuff.
And views.
No,
we're not. I mean, and people have every right to think whatever they want to think, but we don't get scared in the woods because we're out here. But when you hear something, especially on either side of the van, like the one video,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
think what you want.
Yeah.
We know what we hear, and we know what we're used to hearing, and we know what the woods, we know what this area sounds like.
There are panthers around here. Somebody said something, I think it was a game warden, said something about panthers. So there's different animals around here, but the animals that we've heard,
Don't roar like that.
no.
They don't they don't sound like a they don't sound like the T-Rex at the end of the original Jurassic Park. Again, people and whoever, and a few of you know who you are that think it's a put on, and I can't change anybody's mind, but we had some validation today. We'll just say it like that. If we don't hear anything, we don't hear anything, and it's a good night for us. And we've been out here a lot of nights.
Yeah.
No problem, nothing, just peace and calm. But every now and then, especially the one campsite, we hear stuff. Anyway, thank y'all for watching Oriole Speedwagon. Again, I'm Tommy. She's Rachel. Say goodnight, Rachel.
Good night.